Hi everyone, welcome to this video. In this tutorial, we're gonna go ahead and learn how to implement the sending tweet feature. So first, let me show you what we are going to implement. You can see I added a new icon here, and I have created this icon using the Android vector asset. So the name of this icon is send if you want to search for it. And then if I click on it, you can see a new activity is opened. Inside this edit text, I can type whatever I want, and then I can just click on this button to send this tweet. For example, I can say, I love programming. And then if I click on send tweet, let's see what happens. So it says Angela's tweet, I love programming, is saved. So it's gonna give us the name of the current parse user, and then the value that we want to send as a tweet, and then it's gonna say that this value is saved. So let me click on it again, so you can see this value. So go ahead and implement this activity with all of its features. And also let me show you the server. You can see that the class that I created here is called myTweet, and then inside this class I have put two columns, the tweet itself and the username of the user that has sent this tweet. So now it is your challenge. Give this challenge a shot and good luck. So now let me show you how I implemented this feature. First, let me show you that we have this item inside this menu. So if I go ahead and open the project navigator inside this my_menu.xml file, you should see these items here. But here, if you want to change the order, or for example, if you first want to see the logout item and then see the send item, you can go ahead and change the order of these items. So for example, if I change the order of this logout item to 101, now the order of this send tweet item is 100. So if I go ahead and run the project, let's see what happens. Now you should see that the logout item is first put here, and then we have the send tweet item. So because the value, the order in category value of this logout item is greater than the order in category value of the send tweet item. So that's why you can see the order is changed here. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now let's go ahead and let's see what we have done next. So if I click on this item, this send item, we are transitioned to another activity. But first, let me show you that you can see that this send tweet item has an icon. So let me show you how I created this icon. Open the rest folder, drawable, right click on it, new, and then go ahead and click on vector asset. So here, just click on clip art, and then inside this search field, just search for send. So here it is, the send image. If I click on OK here, make sure that you change the name of this asset to, for example, something else. So I chose send, and then click on next, and then finish. And then you can go ahead and refer to this image inside the drawable folder, @drawable/send. So now we need to go inside the send tweet activity. So here you can see this is my activity, all my codes that I put here in order to send a tweet. And also inside the Twitter users class, I have also added this item inside the onOptions item selected. So you already know how this is implemented in order to transition to another activity for this send tweet item. Inside this send tweet activity here, first I have specified the edit text, and then I am initializing my edit text. So if I show you the XML file of this layout, this is activity send tweet. You can see that I only have an edit text and a button. So the ID of this edit text is edit send tweet, and this button is btn send tweet. And here you can see that I have also specified the constraints, so you already know how to implement the constraints. And then here, for this button, I have also specified an onClick attribute. So if I select this button and then search for onClick, you can see this value is send tweet. And then if I go to the send tweet activity class, I have implemented this method. And here are the parse codes to send a tweet object. So parse object new parse object, the class is my tweet. And then I am sending the tweet by getting the value from this edit text. And I am also sending the username of the user that has sent this tweet. So parse object.put, and then I have specified the name of the column, parse user that get current user dot get username. It's very important. We want to get the username of the user that has sent this tweet. And then we are using this progress dialog, and then we are saving this object in the background. Next, you can see this if else statement. So if everything goes well without any errors, we are going to show a fancy toast message to the user. We are going to first get the username of the current parse user, and here we are going to put this apostrophe s tweet, and then we are concatenating this value with the tweet of the user inside the parentheses, and then we are going to say is saved. And then here you can see I specified the duration to be length long, the type of the fancy toast message success, and the Android icon is true. Make sure that you call the show method. And then here it is the toast message for cases that this process goes wrong or something goes wrong. Then we are going to show this error message to the user and make sure that the type of the fancy toast message is error. And finally, after this if else statement inside this done method here, make sure that you call the dismiss on the progress dialog if you implemented one. So that's it. Now if I go ahead and run my project, you should see that so first let's wait and make sure that everything is fine. You can see that I am getting the users, and I am also getting the users that I am following, the current user is following. And then if I click on send icon, if I send a tweet, for example, I can say iOS is good, and then click on send tweet. Now it says this value is saved, and if I go to the server and click on refresh, you should see these values here, this tweet and this username. So in the next tutorial, we are going to learn how to implement the viewing tweets feature. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.